I'm very willing to, slow down and build myself up because I know I'm not even half of where I'm gonna be. And that's just telling the truth. Most of my camp was done at home in my front yard, backyard, running through my neighborhood, and Ilia Tapori got his whole team. He's showing up to the team every day, strength and conditioning, professionals getting him to do this, doing that, doing that. But then you got me waking up, staying home, homeschooling my kids, waiting until my wife gets off work at 5, and then, put my stuff on, going for a run through the neighborhood, shadow boxing, calling whoever I can. Most of the times, nobody ever came to my house and helped me train, and over 70% of my camp was done in my front yard, in my backyard on my own. So
Damn.
y'all
Still?
seeing y'all seeing this for me. This is me. This is me, you know.
Well, because I mean, everybody knows to some degree that you train at Fortis, but I remember when we were talking in that last interview, you were kind of saying like I don't really train like that. Like I don't really go into the gym that often. At least I
Hmm.
thought when you don't have a fight booked, but then you got the fight booked, I thought that you were going to start going in the gym more, but still 70% of the camp
Yeah.
was at
So
home.
yeah, that's what it is for
Is that
me.
because the living situation or like because you don't want to like something about training partners or something like that or what's like the biggest
I guess
contributing factor?
I guess it's a little bit of everything. I'm not the type of guy to go out of my way and ask them. I feel like moving from AKA to Fortis, that a little bit of an outsider in a sense. And I ain't finna be like, hey, y'all need to be here doing this for me and this and that, making demands on people that, this is their home. It was their home before mine. And, so I'm trying to build my team how Elia Taporia or Charles did theirs. And so it ain't a question. I got them calling me, telling me where I need to be, holding me accountable, doing this. But you got them. They had a job and was doing all this before I even came in the picture. And now that I'm in the picture, I'm not going out of my way to ask people to do this for me or do that for me because I know how to get up and bust my ass and push myself. Honestly.
I got you. Okay. Was it more like that when you were training at AKA for a little bit? Like, in other words, would you be down to maybe go to AKA for that type of like, support behind you?
Yeah, AKA it was a team thing. It was like a college, showing up. This is what time practice is. This is what it is, and da 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 da. You know. So obviously that's what I'm looking for. A little bit more structure in myself because it's definitely going to make a difference.
Okay. Do you want to stick it out at Fortis then moving forward, or like how are you looking to?
Absolutely, I'm a loyal guy, but uh, all it is get hold myself more accountable, and building that situation for me, and I don't want to mess up nobody else's plans up there. We got hella people up there,
Other fighters that are getting
yeah,
coached, right? So
and
you don't
they
want to take
they
away from
all on
them.
their own schedule. We all on
Yeah.
our own schedule. But whereas at AKA it wasn't like that. It's like
Oh, everybody's on one
everybody is here.
schedule.
This is the training. This is this. This is that. This is this.
Got
This is
you.
how it is. But here, the training at it's just different. And
It's more like spaced out versus like you
yeah,
just
for
said, AKA
sure.
team practice 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So
Because I was
I'm
gonna
just
ask
trying
you,
to
is
find
it
my happy medium.
right? Because I was gonna ask you, is it like just as simple as like showing up to more practices to get the coaches like behind you or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, and I can do that, but then you get up there and nobody that you need is there. You got people that don't know how to, do this shit. They ain't professional to the point where they in there hitting you and you injured and they just don't understand the whole concept.
Yeah, so you
So
got to build relationships up there.
yeah, you got
Yeah,
to
okay.
build your team. This is me doing me. So
Got you.
I'm a find I'm finding that out right now.
Got you, got you. Makes more sense now what you were saying before, because I thought like when you didn't want to go train with guys who might hurt you or something like that, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about like real UFC fighters, but you're talking about guys who are just training for a hobby, like, and you don't want to
Yeah.
go mix it up with them, and that makes
Or
sense to
trying to
me.
get to where I'm at, and
Yeah.
they just not there yet. And they hit you with something when you in there just in a level and you only putting out 25%, just feeling, and then boom, or you get injured doing some bullshit that they just didn't understand because they ain't at that level.
Right.
So,
Protein practices is something I've seen in a lot of gyms, so I guess Fortis
mhm.
doesn't run it that way, but
Yeah, they
hopefully
do,
you can
but it's
figure it
just
out
like
then.
so everybody is on their shifts and
Yeah.
it's just so it's hit or miss. You never running into people at the same time. It's just a lot of chaos going on right now that need to be structured up.
Okay, got you. Well, you're working on structuring it up then, it sounds like.
Yeah, because where I'm strengthening myself at home is where I know where my strengths are, but I need, the strength and conditioning that those diets, those, partners that are holding me accountable, knowing this, doing that, boom, this to a T, to where like one day I might wake up and I can't train at 8 o'clock at night, I need them to do this. All right, I'm in the mood to train right now. It's 1 p.m. Let's go. This is my team. I don't have to ask nobody to do nothing. Like this is our team. This is what it is for the day. Like instead of I can't come today, my life is set up this way or that way, boom, bam, or showing up and he didn't come today, or it's just so hit or miss right now, and it just needs to be structured up.
Okay, got you. Hopefully then, soon enough, it'll be structured up. Maybe it
Yeah,
just takes
definitely.
time or something because you kind
Yeah,
of like
for sure.
relocated.
Yeah, for sure.